Good morning, St. Columbus. When I was in college, I worked at a burrito restaurant, and I worked in the kitchen there, which meant that I spent most of my time cooking or cleaning. And my particular role in that particular kitchen usually meant cooking big batches of various types of meat or vegetables. And so even while other people were out front running around trying to get orders placed and taken care of, I'd be standing in the back near these huge hulking grills, just basting meat with marinade or chopping vegetables, or oftentimes just kind of watching things to make sure that nothing burned. And on many days it felt really monotonous to stand there, just flipping big chunks of meat over and over and over again, while other people ran around out front interacting with customers and juggling trays of food, all that sort of thing. And I remember mentioning this once to an older guy that I worked with there in the kitchen, how our job was this strange combination of monotony but also the need to be sharp, to be watchful, feeling like though you're just kind of standing around and sweating, staring at meat while it cooks, you also need to be able to pay close attention so that things don't go awry and, that things burn or that sort of thing. And I remember in response, he said something to me that for whatever reason, I have never forgotten. He said, "Elliott," this big smile on his face, "every day, our job is just to keep flipping that chicken." And now maybe that doesn't strike you as particularly insightful or philosophical, but for whatever reason, my teenage ears heard that and it felt just profound. And it stuck with me over the years, clearly. In many ways, it felt like I had the simplest job in the world, at least when you describe it. Stand there, make sure you're taking things off the grill when they're done cooking, put other things onto the grill when space clears up, that sort of thing. But as we know, no job is quite as simple as that. In those conditions, it felt hot and crowded and trying to keep up, take care of several things at once, etc., etc. And to me, it felt like my friend's comments to just keep flipping that chicken felt like a real spiritual truth in some sense. It made me think of trying to be steadfast when it's hard, and made me think about persevering through mundane tasks and figuring out how to do simple things well. And for me, it feels like that is a real skill of pandemic life, too. That a lot of these days we're just trying to keep on top of our basic responsibilities, keep putting one foot in front of the other, trying to keep up with all the stuff in our lives during a really strange and difficult season. And today, all I really have to say to you is that's okay. That's okay that it's hard, and that God is present in those mundane days too, whether or not it feels like it. And so that's my prayer for you today, that as you go about whatever it is that's in front of you, trying to keep flipping that chicken in your life, that God would grant you peace. And that as you go about your responsibilities, whether it feels tedious or anxious or both or something else, that you feel that sense of God's presence in your life. Peace, friends.